It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. As we get into gaming, I think we need to add another face to that little intro animation there with Valentine's Day just approaching. I think most of us are going to be spending it indoors as we have to. And you may be considering a game night for a date idea, which could be really, really cool. Grant Hines and Amber Barnard now join us to talk about games that couples can enjoy together. Also, it could potentially ruin your relationship. I'm thinking that this is quite a dangerous space, guys. But this is an area where you've really connected as a couple, which is cool. And obviously, you have a background in gaming. Amber, I'll start with you. What are some of the games that you would recommend? This looks super cute, whatever this is.
So the game we're playing is called Unravel 2, which is a platform adventure game. And you play as these really adorable little characters called Yarnies. And you have to work together to kind of run, jump, and swing through the course. And what's also kind of cute is that you follow this little thing called a spark, which I think is like a metaphor for a spark in your relationship, which is quite cute.
Aww.
Grant does a lot of the kind of skill-based things, and then I'm really good at solving puzzles, so we work together on this.
Yeah, so it's a game that requires like a lot of cooperation and like teamwork and like a lot of communication. I was saying last night when we were playing, I was like, couples should actually try do this before they like start counseling, because you have to talk about it.
It's great. And was that something you consciously spoke about before you approached something like this to say, okay, who's better at what, who's going to be a better fit for this, and how to do that? Or do you just naturally kind of fall into those roles?
Yeah, I think naturally, depending on whatever game we're playing, we figure out like whose strength is what.
Yeah, like, so you find out, like, I just realized that I was good at something in the game. Because, you not necessarily have played the game first. One of the other games is a game called Apex Legends, which is a little bit more, like, serious, so as you, like, for the lack of a better phrase. It's like a first-person shooter where you have to work together to survive, like the Hunger Games, last team standing, and you can play as a couple in duos. And it's quite fun, because we got to play some of this weekend, and you've got to try and outlast, the other 60 to 100 people. Games like Fortnite,
But it's putting yourselves in a very pressurized situation.
Yeah.
Does it get a little bit hairy? How are you in those tight moments with each other? who's harder on who?
I don't think we're harder, but Grant definitely carries like the shooter games. I just run around not really knowing what's going on.
I can build.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. What would you recommend as a kind of a long-term project to sink your teeth into in terms of gaming? Because obviously the first-person shooter, it's exciting, those sorts of things. This is quite a cute little effort. Can you sink yourself into a long campaign kind of game? What would you recommend to get into as a couple for long-term goals?
There's lots of first-person shooter games, like you can do your Call of Duties and your Borderlands too. Like those are really
Borderlands is a good shout.
To play together, yeah. And then there's also a game for couples that would like a bit more of a challenge. It's called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. And basically one person can see a bomb and the other person has the manual to defuse it. So it works on your communication skills to defuse the bomb. So it's a bit of a challenge to maybe couples that aren't so good at that, but also a good opportunity to work on that.
Yeah, so for those of you at home who got a little confused, the bomb is actually on a laptop or your console, and you're busy playing there, but you have to hide your screen from your partner, and you can print out a PDF of the instruction manual, and they're literally paging through, and it's like, go to this place in 30 seconds and cut the green wire.
Or you can do it in a VR headset, and then only you can see the bomb.
And it just becomes, they're like, why did you say that? It becomes
I have a very passionate relationship with a very passionate woman, and I'm just thinking the two of us, this would put so much strain on the two of us. Oh, man,
but you'll learn to communicate under pressure.
I just think I'm hard work for her. I think I have that overriding kind of feeling. So now that you guys have been able to have a lot of fun together playing gaming and obviously work together and do some professional kind of, takes in this space as well, how have you found this as a couple? Has it made you a better couple? Has it highlighted maybe areas that you need to work on as a couple?
I think it's definitely been good for us. There was actually a survey done on 1,000 people, and of the 1,000 people, only 42 said that gaming was bad for the relationship, which is
Wow.
quite a good indication.
Wow.
But most of those people were in the kind of millennial age group. So I think if you're outside of that, you might find gaming a little bit juvenile and irresponsible. Whereas for us, you know, it's a shared experience and you work together for a common goal. So I think
And it's such a good Saturday night in, especially during lockdown.
For
Just being
sure.
able to sit and go like, we're going to order in, or we're going to make dinner, and we're going to play some Gears of War or something.
As opposed to just streaming something or watching something, this allows you to actually engage and express yourself and kind of further the relationship. And I'm just thinking, because everything for me in the context of gaming is very much, my son and I are going to be playing sometime soon. And I love the fact that you can actually build a relationship through playing games.
Babe, you need to tie that to the
Yeah.
top there.
Come on, Amble.
No, I actually
Come on,
failed. I
man.
fell
He
backwards.
fell
It's my
down.
fault
I'm coming back to save
to
you.
rescue me, so it's fine. But like now we've tied these two together, so now we've got a tightrope, and it had to be teamwork. It had to be
I
teamwork.
absolutely love that. Thank you for having his back, Amble. Thank you for having his back. That looks super cute. I would do a little bit of research yourself. Look for games that excite you and excite your partner. This looks like a brilliant way to strengthen the bonds. Maybe test you a little bit, but strengthen the bonds.
Babe,